Good morning. Welcome to First Parish Unitarian Universalist of Chelmsford, a covenantal community gathered for worship, mutual care, faith formation through spiritual learning and ethical discernment, and in service to the common good. I'd like to extend a special welcome to anyone visiting us for the first time. We're glad you're here, whether in our sanctuary or at home. You can learn more about us or contact us via our website, uuchelmsford.org. I'm Reverend Ellen Spiro, and I'm leading the worship this morning with our music director, Steve Zaki. Our worship services are multi-platform with people attending in the sanctuary and from home. If you're attending from home, Bill Newhart is our online chat host today. And if you're in the sanctuary, Caroline Snow greeted you at the door, and Dave Caffeine and Nancy Kalin are our ushers and can help you with anything you might need here. Diana Calhane is running our worship tech this morning. However you are joining us, we are so glad that you are here on this beautiful day. We will have a social hour options online and hopefully in the vestry after the service. Today's online social hour will be hosted by Elliot Mayer, and we'll provide the Zoom link at the end of the service. But for now, I invite us to center ourselves for worship as Steve plays for us. As I wrote in my note in the announcements this week, one of my colleagues defined prayer as lifting that lifting up that which is too terrible or too beautiful for words. And whether prayer is your practice or meditation, I think both can serve that purpose. In 2012, a group of Episcopal bishops joined together to form Bishops United Against Gun Violence, and they created a litany in the wake of a mass shooting. And each time there is a mass shooting, they ask their congregations to read them and add to that list. And I was asked this week, as were religious leaders around the country, to read it, adapt it, and read it in our context. The response, which is in the order of service, is simply, "Let light perpetual shine upon them." And I will let you know when to say that. Spirit of peace, we light our chalice this morning as we remember all those who have died in incidents of mass gun violence in this nation's public and private spaces. 6 dead at the Wisconsin Sikh temple, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 12 dead at an Aurora, Colorado movie theater, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 28 dead at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 6 dead at Santa Monica College, California, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 7 dead at a Hialeah, Florida apartment complex, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 13 dead at the Washington Navy Yard, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 4 dead at Fort Hood, Texas, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 7 dead in Isla Vista near UC Santa Barbara, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 5 dead at Marysville Pilchuck High School in Washington, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 9 dead at Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston, South Carolina, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 16 dead at a San Bernardino, California office, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 10 dead at Umpqua Community College, Oregon, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 50 dead at Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 8 dead in Lincoln County, Mississippi, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 9 dead at a Plano, Texas football watching party, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 59 dead at a Las Vegas, Nevada concert, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 27 dead at First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, Texas, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 17 dead at Marjorie Stoneham Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 10 dead at Santa Fe High School, Texas, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 11 dead at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 13 dead at a bar in Thousand Oaks, California. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 6 dead at an industrial park in Aurora, Illinois. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 13 dead at a municipal building in Virginia Beach, Virginia. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 22 dead at a Walmart in El Paso, Texas. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 10 dead at the Oregon District of downtown Dayton, Ohio. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 8 dead on the road between the cities of Odessa and Midland, Texas. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 6 dead at a cemetery and kosher market in Jersey City, New Jersey. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 6 dead at the Molson Coors Complex in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 8 dead at 3 spas in Atlanta, Georgia. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 10 dead at a grocery store in Boulder, Colorado. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 9 dead at a FedEx facility in Indianapolis, Indiana. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 7 dead at a birthday party in Colorado Springs, Colorado. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 10 dead at a rail yard in San Jose, California. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 4 dead at Oxford High School in Oxford Township, Michigan. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 5 dead at the church in Sacramento, California. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 6 dead in downtown Sacramento, California. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 10 dead at a supermarket in Buffalo, New York. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. 21 dead at Robb Elementary School and 1 dead at a home in Uvalde, Texas. May they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. All those who have died in any incident of gun violence, may they be at peace. Let light perpetual shine upon them. For the survivors of gun violence, grant them comfort and hearing, and hear us, O love. For those who've lost loved ones to gun violence, grant them peace. Hear us, O love. For those first responders who care for the victims of gun violence, protect and strengthen them. Hear us, O love. Spirit of truth, have mercy. Spirit of life, have mercy. Spirit of love, have mercy. Amen.
Please join in the First Parish Covenant. We, the members of First Parish of Chelmsford, covenant together to sustain and strengthen our beloved community by honoring and celebrating the spirit of life, nurturing all souls in our search for the truth and the sacred, caring and being present to one another in our joys and sorrows, bearing witness through service to justice and peace, and being good stewards of our congregation our heritage, our Unitarian Universalist principles, and our earth. Nosotros, los miembros de la primera parroquia de Chelmsford, convenimos juntos a sostener y fortalecer nuestra amada comunidad en honrando y celebrando el espíritu de la vida, nutriendo toda almas en búsqueda de la verdad y lo sagrado, cuidar y estar presentes al uno y otro en nuestras alegrías y tristezas, dar testimonio mediante servicio a la justicia y paz, y ser buenos cuidadores de nuestra congregación, nuestra herencia, nuestros principios unitarios, universalistas y la tierra.
As we pause for gratitude this morning, knowing that it takes all of us together to nurture and sustain this, our beloved community, I'd like us to hold in gratitude our teachers. We will now gratefully receive this morning's offering for the life and work and ministry of this, our beloved community. Our ancient reading this morning comes from the Gospel of Matthew, where Jesus is very angry at what he has seen happening on the sacred ground of the temple. You snakes, you brood of vipers, how will you escape being condemned to hell? Therefore, I am sending you prophets and sages and teachers. Some of them you will kill and crucify, others you will flog in your synagogues and pursue from town to town. So upon you will come all the righteous blood that has been shed on earth. Truly, I tell you, all this will come on this generation. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you who kill the prophets and stone those sent to you, how often I have longed to gather your children together, as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, and you were not willing. Look, your house is left to you desolate. The modern reading is by Robert McAfee Brown, Creative Dislocations of Grace. How can beauty and the oppressed be understood together? He's Christian, so he says, for the Christian, the question is, how can they possibly be understood separately? So I conclude that concern for beauty is not a moral cop-out. It leads us firmly into the midst of all that is going on in our world. Where beauty is apparent, we are to enjoy it. Where there is beauty hidden, we are to unveil it. Where there is beauty defaced, we are to restore it. Where there is no beauty at all, we are to create it. For the Beauty of the Earth is one of my favorite hymns. I have loved it since I was a child, growing up, singing it in my Unitarian Universalist congregation in Littleton, right over there, maybe over there, I don't know. It has been carried through every hymnal I have known, the red hymnal, the blue hymnal, the gray hymnal, you remember, right? There's been some tweaking of the words, but overall, it describes our Unitarian Universalist faith poetically. For the beauty of the earth, for the splendor of the skies, for the love which from our birth over and around us lies. It tells us this life and this earth matter. They have been given to us, a gift grounded in love and beauty. Hill and vale and tree and flower, sun and moon and stars of light. We are surrounded by an amazing creation, both intimate and vast in its wonder and its diversity. For the joy of human care, sister, brother, parent, child, for the kinship we all share. We've been given each other, companions to walk together in this life, on this earth, in the ways of truth and love as they are revealed to us. However we name or experience our source of all, God, Goddess, Spirit of life, mystery, nature, the source of all begins in beauty, and our first sacred response to raise our hymn of grateful praise. Beauty calls forth this gratitude, it calls forth wonder, it calls forth hope, it calls forth love. Love for the earth, love for the vastness of creation, love for all life, love for humanity. It's not been a beautiful week. It's been a tough week, a heartbreaking week, an ugly and violent week. A terrifying and relentlessly predictable in its political reactions week. 2 mass shootings in 3 weeks, within 3 weeks. And the one this week leaving 19 children dead. More troubling and disheartening to me is knowing that this changes very little. That there is such a strong, committed, well-funded group of people in this country so dedicated to ensuring that weapons of mass destruction, not guns used for sport or hunting or self-protection or other legitimate purposes, but guns of such firepower that they are weapons of mass destruction, are easily accessible to anyone, particularly to confused, hurting, angry young men who are being taught that buying these weapons and dressing up in tactical gear and mowing down groups of people is the way to deal with their confusion, their pain, their anger, and their fear. Is this how you become a man in this country? And that many of this same group of committed, well-funded people believe that protecting children means denying women the right to make decisions about our own bodies and denying the rights of gay and trans people to live their lives openly and freely, to even be mentioned publicly. Really? I mean, who's pro-life here? Really? Who is pro-life here? Who is pro-child here? Who is really pro-child here? I've talked before about the work of therapist and trauma specialist Resmaa Menakem. He looks and works with trauma not just as an individual experience, but as communal, generational, and historical. In particular, he looks at racialized trauma, how the historic and systemic racism of this country has impacted all of us in our bodies in ways that affect our daily living, no matter what color body we inhabit. And he happened to be leading an online talk this week, which I had signed up for before the latest mass shootings in Buffalo and Uvalde. But these shootings certainly underscored the truth of his work. He talked about how this nation was built upon the myth of white body supremacy, a pigmentocracy, as he calls it, where the white body has deemed itself as the standard for being human, making all other bodies less than, deviant. It is not just an American phenomenon, but a global one that allows one group of human beings with just a glance to know who is less human and who they should destroy. Menakem talked about the history of this country, founded on the removal and extermination of First Nations peoples and their cultures, where their children were taken away and sent to schools to erase the memory of culture and language and history, to purge the Indian out of them. A country founded on the kidnapping and enslavement of peoples from the nations and cultures of Africa, again erasing memory and culture and language in order to turn them into property through the tools of violence, murder, rape, whipping, and lynching. Menakem describes these processes as thwarting the connection of bodies of color from the creation, from their source of all. And he talked about how these cultural, historic, and generational racialized traumas affect all of us, no matter what bodies we are in, and that healing from them is not just a cognitive exercise in learning what it means to be anti-racist, but training our bodies to be anti-racist, to heal from the highly charged energies that arise in us in ways that we may not even be aware of, because we are removed from history. We are removed from the context that created them, especially if we inhabit white bodies. Menakem calls this healing somatic abolitionism. As hard as it was to listen to Menakem, so much of what he said explains why the culture of gun and violence is so deeply ingrained and seemingly unchangeable. Given this history, I can see why the elected leadership of this country and the citizens who vote for them will willingly sacrifice the lives of children to protect their right to access assault rifles. Like the priests and leaders Jesus condemned at the Temple of Jerusalem, they don't see the connection at all. They believe they're righteous. And Menakem describes so well the cognitive dissonance of a nation founded both on this racist violence and on the democratic principles of equality and freedom of all persons. The cognitive dissonance of white body supremacy and lifting up diversity of religion, of ethnicity, of race. We are a confused country. And how can we heal when we are so confused? How can we heal from a history of such violence and such division and dissonance and such heartbreak? We can claim beauty. We can create and nurture beauty and put it at the heart of the work we do. Several years ago, or probably many years ago now, a group of us attended General Assembly, Unitarian Universalism's annual meeting of all our congregations and leadership. And Bonnie Rankin went to a workshop on the practice of beauty as a form of resistance to violence and injustice. The topic intrigued me then, and I remembered it this week. Beauty is not about making things pretty, making the surface look nice without attending to what's underneath. Bringing forth and nurturing beauty where people can't or won't see it is a way of affirming life, affirming humanity, challenging injustice, and challenging violence. Nurturing beauty is a way of reconnecting to the creation, as Mencken put it, to our source of all. Think of the stories we heard last week from the members of this congregation. Who are finding and nurturing beauty through social justice and social outreach, feeding people, helping them find homes, affirming people in the fullness of their humanity, supporting them in loss and grief, cleaning up the streets, and creating green spaces in urban neighborhoods. How doing this work of beauty helped feed their souls as well as those they served. I've been reading Writing Hard Stories by Melanie Brooks, which is a series of interviews she did with authors like Richard Blanco, Richard Hoffman, Andre Dubus III, Edwidge Danicat, and Kate Borstein. All writers who shaped art from trauma, as Brooks describes it, through poetry and prose. And it's not that the traumatic experiences were beautiful, because they weren't, or that meaning came out of suffering, because it didn't. Rather, it was through art they were able to find their voice, tell their story, and most importantly, connect to others and their stories and give them a voice. It is a way of creating community, a way of finding reconnection to the creation, to our source of all. And it made me wonder that if these angry, hurting, confused young men could have been given other tools than weapons of mass destruction, if they had been given tools of beauty to express their pain and their suffering and alienation, to find meaning and identity and belonging through beauty rather than violence, perhaps so many people would not lay dead. Each Saturday morning, I read The Pause from the On Being Project, and this week's was written by the Irish poet Pádraig Ó Tuama, who noted, "Some headlines would have us believe that exactly half the population of the United States believe in no gun control, and the other half believe there should be, and that the pattern is likely to continue forever and ever until none of us is alive anymore. The end." But the research on the ground indicates something else, something, thankfully, verifiable and true. Peter T. Coleman, a friend and professor of conflict resolution at Teachers College and Columbia University, dedicated his most recent book, The Way Out, a text exploring how to overcome toxic polarization. He dedicated it to the 86% of Americans who are currently exhausted, miserable, and desperately seeking a way out of our culture of contempt. Ó Tuama goes on to say that we need to find language deep enough and wide enough to transcend this polarization. He writes, "The public theater that pits one side against the other on the matter of school shootings is not the full story. Ask a binary question and you will get a binary answer. But ask a question focused on something more than a split issue, something like the lives of the people you love, and you get better answers. What we need is a language that will not fail us. We need headlines that will hold public voices to accountability. And we need to assert that love is a public and political cause that can be legislated for. I am aware of the somber news that we all carry, of the environment, war, and systemic abuses, of senseless and preventable deaths. in all the governments of your life, the government of your kitchen table, your friendship group, your workplace or place of worship, your city, county, state, or country. May we all amplify and demand language that will serve life, not fail it. Being human is hard. Life is not fair. Never has been, never will be. And it's filled with hard things: grief and loss and conflict and suffering and injustice and war and trauma and unfathomable tragedy. Life is also filled with moments of great beauty, wonder, and awe, with possibility, joy, and love. As I gather up the words of Padre Gotuma and the words of Resma Menakem and the words of the authors interviewed by Melanie Brooks, as I cried, reading about the brief lives of Nivea and Jacqueline, McKenna, Jose, Eliana, Uzziah, Amory, JC, Tess, Miranda, Alethea, Métis, Annabella, Lexi, Layla, Elihana, Jayla, Rogelio, and Xavier, who love the things that children love: sports and dance and art and singing. And their teachers, Irma and Eve, who love being with kids. I want to claim the beauty of their lives, the gifts that they were and are to the world. I want to commit to nurturing every living being's connection to the creation, to the beauty of the earth, to the love which from our birth over and around us lies. I want to nurture a humble and hospitable language of beauty and care, so the culture of contempt will not have the last word, so that the language of violence will not prevail. I want to sing this hymn of grateful praise into being in all the governments of my life where I have agency: my kitchen table, my community, my congregation. Please join with me in singing hymn number 21, For the Beauty of the Earth.
For the
Thank you, Steve. Ooh. It is a truth that even in the times of deepest grief and in the times of greatest joy, ordinary life keeps happening around us. I ask you to hold these joys and sorrows. Rosemary McMullen and Kevin McNullen ask for thoughts and prayers from this community as Kevin is undergoing treatment for colon cancer. As Rosemary said, they've got a tough year ahead of them, but the doctors are optimistic. I received 2 separate emails, one from Barry Jefferson and Sue Jefferson about the same thing, but I liked what they each said about each other. Barry wrote, "It was 50 years ago this week that 2 young kids got married in the woods. Little did we know that we were in for the adventures of a lifetime." Oh, actually, I'm sorry, that was Sue who wrote that. And here we are a little older, but still experiencing the joy of our relationship. We feel blessed and honored to celebrate our 50th wedding anniversary. And Barry wrote, "Sue and I will be celebrating our 50th anniversary on Friday, May 27th. I'm a lucky guy to have spent this much time with a woman I love so much." I'd like to invite us now into a time of quiet contemplation, meditation, or prayer, as is your practice. And if you have a joy or sorrow, a name to say aloud, at home or in this space, I invite you to do so, or to hold the joys and sorrows that you are quietly in your own heart. Spirit of life and love, as we are gathered here on this gorgeous day, in this weekend of memories for those lost and those who served. As we hold the deep pain of terrifying loss, as well as love that spans years, and all the ways that we are part of one another's lives and take care of each other. May we strive to bring more blessing to this world. Amen, and blessed be. If you would join with me in Comfort Me. Comfort me, Robert McAfee Brown charges us, where beauty is apparent, we are to enjoy it. Where there is beauty hidden, we are to unveil it. Where there is beauty defaced, we are to restore it. Where there is no beauty at all, we are to create it. Go in peace.